I would like to introduce you to a lady who has stood the ground in the battle for our rights, for the rights of children, for human rights. Faoláin as the first speaker of our day. Could I give further more than the Liberdal?
Hi everybody. Thanks a million to everyone who's come out today to stand against vaccine passports, coercion and the vilification of unvaccinated people. I'm a mother of 2 small children. I'm here today as a representative of other mothers and parents in Ireland who are greatly concerned and worried for their children's future in this country. But before I start, I want to address the media. If you're listening today, I ask you to hear what we are saying, to do the right thing and print the truth of what is said here today on this stand. To everybody when listening to my speech, Kelinda Gascon, consultant virologist in Staffordshire, has stated publicly that fully vaccinated individuals have viral loads similar to unvaccinated individuals and can efficiently transmit infection in household settings, including to fully vaccinated contacts. There is no difference between those who chose to take the injection versus those who chose to abstain. Society has become intolerable and growing more and more unstable each day. Hate speech has become the norm, and we now face an onslaught of coercion daily, courtesy of an inept government and a biased media. Regurgitate the same vitriol daily, and hateful ideologies spew from the mouths of highly influential TV and radio presenters into the homes of our families, friends and neighbours on an hourly basis with absolutely no recourse or challenge. This is unacceptable and dangerous and must stop immediately. Acknowledged Mental Health Day and the importance of recognising each other's struggles and individuality. Our national broadcaster allowed a discussion on the airwaves between fully vaccinated individuals that mocked and ridiculed those who remain unvaccinated, with one guest saying, "I wouldn't feel comfortable sharing a dressing room with an unvaccinated person," as if we were dirt on their shoes. On the infamous Claire Byrne Live, we were subjected to a journalist's angry rant and personal opinion, in which he told the nation that unvaccinated people should be compelled into vaccination, and if we continue to refuse that, we should be segregated from society. Within our culture to accept such dangerous ideology is a slippery slope to an unsecure and unsafe living environment for a group of people who have genuine concerns and reasons for refusing this injection. The behaviours and attitudes of those fueling this hatred should be outrightly rejected by all. We should never tolerate a society which marginalises, discriminates, segregates, judges and ridicules a person for any reason, including their personal choices around bodily autonomy and medical procedures. freedom to choose what happens to their bodies, the freedom to travel, the freedom to pursue a career of their dreams without it being conditional on whether they have been injected with a pharmaceutical product or not. I want them to live in a tolerant society, one that respects choice, respects bodily autonomy, respects each other, and treats each other with kindness and understanding. If you are a fully vaccinated individual, please do not allow this hatred to permeate your mind or your children's mind. You may wish someday to change your decision and abstain from a vaccine due to a personal reason. We are here fighting for you and for you to keep your fundamental right to do so. 2 weeks ago, I received a message from a follower, a 34-year-old mother of one, who has now permanent damage to her heart. She was advised by her consultants that she will most likely suffer a heart attack within the next year. Even though she fell ill immediately after both of her vaccines, her doctors dismissed any connection. And even though we know cardiac issues such as myocarditis and pericarditis are acknowledged side effects of the jab, this was unreported to the HPRA. She is now so terrified that she worries she won't live to see her 9-year-old grow up. She was never given informed consent when she received these injections. I also want to mention one of the most widely known adverse events in Ireland, that is of Aruj Lukmani, a 5th-year medical student from Waterford. Her father is a doctor himself. I spoke to her yesterday and she has given me a statement here today to read on behalf of her. Hi everybody, my name is Aruj Lukmani, or A Lukmani as most of you know me from my Instagram. I wish I could have been there to speak to you in person, but unfortunately my current health stops me from doing so. I have a lot of feelings and emotions built up that I want to share with everyone, but I am still processing what just happened to me. Anti-vaxxer, who invented this term? All my life I've grown up being sold an image of anti-vaxxers who run naked in fields and have no knowledge of science and are evil beings, not letting their children be vaccinated. This fear was instilled so deep within us that we are afraid to speak up against this, just so we don't get the hate associated with the term anti-vaxxer. My father, a surgeon cum GP, a healer I would call him, was the only medical energy I had around me, and I was in awe of people back home. I'm originally from Pakistan, and down in Connemara, people singing stories about his compassion and helping nature, and that's what I thought medicine was. To me it was healing. I was about 9 when I decided I wanted to become a doctor. It wasn't until I went to med school at the mature age, I might add, that I realised doctors are brainwashed and not all of them think or act like my father. This pandemic has lifted the blindfold off many healthcare workers who simply never understood the virus and don't understand the vaccine, including myself. I came home to Ireland from Bulgaria, where I studied over a month ago to get this vaccine, which I had been putting off for almost a year, to just get it done and out of my way so I can start my final year of medicine. But I have been bedridden ever since. I just want to end by saying our bodies are sacred, our minds are wise, and we should have the right to choose. Nothing should be forced upon us. This is more than a vaccine now. It is about our basic human rights being taken from under us, the label of save your loved ones. With so many resources and data, I still have people contact me about having no support from their families. This is creating a divide between families, friends and communities, humanity in general, and it breaks my heart. I'm so happy that you are all raising awareness as collective energy, and when it resonates, can do marvelous things. As she is with you all in spirit, okay, today. That was a message from her to everyone here. So, we know now that these people people are not a rarity. There are thousands of adverse events after these injections, and if the unvaccinated stats are anything to go by, 70,000 Irish people still have not gotten the second dose. We must ask why these 70,000 people have chosen not to avail of the second dose. Neither of the above adverse reactions have been filed to the HPRA. This is unacceptable, and as an Irish citizen standing on this platform today, I demand an investigation into the underreporting of adverse events and the lack of acknowledgement within the medical community of adverse events after vaccination. For some of our doctors that refuse to acknowledge when a person's symptoms originate from these injections. Stop gaslighting your patients. Listen to them. I want to address all the nurses and healthcare workers facing redeployment and potential job losses for your decision to abstain from the injection. We support you and we thank you for your courageous effort to stay strong under such immense pressure. You will get justification and vindication. Before I sign off, I just want to touch on the issue of mental health. The headlines this week read, we are facing into a tsunami of mental health issues in children. Why? Because of this unhealthy process of indoctrination that has made them fearful of their peers, fearful of touch, a process that has stunted their emotional development, where they are forced to figure out facial cues and decipher the emotion of their teachers through a face mask. These communication skills are learned unconsciously, and face coverings completely prohibits these learnings. These children will be forever affected by the past 2 years. And for secondary school children who have been forced to wear masks for 7 to 9 hours a day, and are now even more disturbingly being coerced into taking the experimental injection by segregating them from their vaccinated peers, refusing them entry from teenage discos, cinemas, school excursions, and allowing these privileges be reserved for the fully vaccinated only. At what point do parents stand up here and say, enough is enough? Enough is enough! Enough is enough! Enough is enough! Enough is enough! It's time! It's time! But it's time for the parents of Ireland to stand up for them and say no more! Get involved in your parent-teacher associations. Get talking to other parents. Link in with the groups like Teen Heart Ireland for advice on how to be proactive and to find out what you can do to help. Change can only happen when there is enough support, so get involved where you can. And finally, just to continue on the issue of mental health, my last minute. For some people, these restrictions have simply been the last straw. Their coping mechanisms pushed to the limit, and sadly, they took their own lives. I want to mention a special chap today who I've been asked to mention, Dara, whose partner Saoirse is with us today. Dara tragically passed away last week. I want to commemorate him here today, and all those who have sadly passed away during the last 18 months due to suicide, and also those that have passed due to the results of the injections, those who died from COVID, those with delayed diagnosis, and for the elderly who are tragically left alone to die. I ask us all to take a minute's silence to reflect on these lost lives who will be missed forever.